So today we are doing a chips flavor tier list. So we are going to be ranking all of the chip flavors that you see. Obviously, these are not all the chip flavors in the world, but apparently these are the most popular ones, I guess, for the most part. I used to eat a lot of chips when I was when I would pack my own lunches and stuff and go to school with that. I ate a lot of chips back then. I haven't been as much of a chip guy as an adult just because there's like no nutrition in these, but I do still snack on some of these here and there. So I've had a lot of them recently enough to be able to, or remember very clearly what they taste like to be able to rank them properly. But I did have a never had category added here because there are some that I just have never had. But I think the ones I've never had are probably still going to be better than whatever goes in F tier. So that's why that category is above F. Yeah, so Triscuits are on the list. I'm going to be ranking Triscuits as a whole with that because original Triscuits are kind of boring. So I'm gonna kind of approach that with like Triscuits as a whole, but we'll get there. Okay, so starting off, I'm not gonna be going like in direct order as they're listed here. I'll probably just kind of be picking them as I go, kind of randomly out of here. The first I'm gonna start with, I feel like an easy one to start with are the Cape Cod kettle cooked chips. These chips are definitely A tier. These chips are probably some of the best like plain potato chips you can get. They go well with dipping into pretty much anything. They have a really like light, crunchy flavor. That's a pretty easy A tier for me. I usually have those whenever I get normal potato chips. You never had those? Dude, those are great. Those Cape Cod chips are great. Like perfect normal potato chip. I think the downside is that they can sometimes be a little bit smaller than like your classic like Lay's or whatever. But they just taste way better. And their fat content's a lot less, so that's nice. The next one, I'm gonna go with, let's do Fritos Flavor Twist, the honey barbecue. I've always really liked these. I liked them a lot as a kid. They were so good. Purple Doritos are top. We'll get there. We'll get there, dried salad. These honey barbecue ones, I think, are still really good. I think these are also A tier. Because you don't even have to dip those ones. They're just already good. And the dust they leave behind on your fingers is always good too. So I definitely think those need to be A tier. So Bugles are, I never had Bugles until like, I was kind of old by the time I actually had Bugles. I was probably in at least middle school, high school, like somewhere in there. I didn't have Bugles. And then I did. And I mean, normal Bugles are kind of whatever. Like normal Bugles are kind of like a C tier for me. Like they're not really anything special. They're kind of boring. Not really much to them. Even with flavoring, they were kind of like the whole draw was that you could put them on your fingers. So it was like, oh, look at me, I have Bugle fingers. Like sweet, right? Like they only exist to be fake nails. Exactly. Funyuns. Okay, Funyuns as a kid, great. And then you get older and you eat a couple of them and they're still good. Then you eat a couple more and you're like, yeah, these are kind of, I don't know if I want this whole bag of Funyuns. They get a little overwhelming after just a couple of them. So I feel like Funyuns they're definitely better than Bugles. So I'm going to put them in B tier, but honestly, I might shift these a little bit towards the end because I don't even know if Bugles are above D tier. Like, we'll see. Let me just get combos out of it really quick. I just asked my friends in a Discord chat like 2 minutes before this started. I'm like, what the fuck are combos? I've never seen combos in my life. Apparently it's like road trip food, so I've never had these. I can't rank them. I've heard that they aren't that great, but I can't really rank them, so that's where they go. What comes next? Okay, let's do Cheez-Its. Original Cheez-Its, definitely better than Cheese Nips. I mean, that's a pretty easy statement. Cheez-Its are definitely better than Cheese Nips. Original flavor, I mean, it's a solid chip, solid snack. I've never been like hugely attached to original Cheez-Its like some people were. They're kind of like B tier for me. Like they're fine, but I don't feel like they're anything like super special. Hot and spicy, I think had. I remember them being pretty good. I feel like they're kind of on that same tier with normal Cheez-Its. Like, they're not really anything like that much more special, but they're still solid, you know, hot and spicy Cheez-Its. White cheddar Cheez-Its, though, those are definitely A tier. Those are up there for sure, because those white cheddar Cheez-Its are really good. They can get a little bit overwhelming after a little bit, but man, white cheddar cheese. I love white cheddar snacks in general, so white cheddar Cheez-Its for sure have to be up there. I've had a lot of those. They're really good. The ones that they do where it's like they've got like ridges on them, with those white cheddar ones, those are really good. I like those ones a lot. So I haven't had the like flaming hot munchies. I like the flaming hot stuff most of the time, so I would assume this is probably pretty good, but I have never had it, so I can't rank that. But the normal munchies, normal munchies I am a really big fan of. Like, I can eat this normal munchies stuff for, oh god, I used to eat this a lot. Like, when we were going through our move last year, we had a big bag of this, and I ate this like every day with my lunch, dude. I was eating so much munchies. They're really good. I personally, they're not gods of the chip realm, but because they can't be, right? Like it's a bunch of mixed chips, so they really can't be gods of the chip realm, because that's kind of unfair. But they're definitely A tier, because dude, the munchies are so good. They're so good. This is, I think, salt and vinegar. I don't think I've had these. Like, I'm like having to like smush my face into the screen to even see what these are. I don't think I've ever had these. I don't normally mind salt and vinegar. I think it's something as you get older, it's a little bit, you kind of like it more. But when you're a kid, salt and vinegar is gross. It's like eating a battery. Yeah, some people absolutely cannot stand salt and vinegar. I personally don't mind it. It's not like my favorite flavor, but I don't mind it. So we have two different Goldfish flavor here. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. Goldfish is like C tier, dude. Some people are like Goldfish are like the best of the best. God tier snack. I have always felt like Goldfish is for little kids, dude. I never have liked Goldfish unless I was like 7. Like, I couldn't care less about Goldfish. You're unfollowing. Yeah, man. I've just never been a huge Goldfish guy. That is not my cup of tea. Well, that's the thing. Even Flavor Blasted, like, there's not actually that much flavor. Like, Flavor Blasted, all they did was add a little more dust, but I mean, it's not anything special. It still isn't that good, because I feel like the crackers, the actual Goldfish crackers themselves, aren't really that high quality. They just kind of mush. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Goldfish. That's all I'm going to say. Pringles. Okay, so when I was a kid, Pringles was, you know, kind of the easy to access chip. They were cheaper. They were in this, you know, easy to buy can, you know, it didn't make a big mess. When I was a kid, I loved the pizza Pringles. I thought those were so good when I was a kid, but that's mostly because it tricked me into thinking it actually tastes like pizza. In reality, they don't really taste like pizza, so pizza Pringles now, I would say pizza Pringles are still the best Pringles, and I would probably put them at B still. Because I wouldn't mind pizza Pringles still. That would not be my first choice, but the nice thing about Pringles is that you actually know how many chips you're getting. Yeah, that's true, but I mean, they're not even like really chips. Like, they're like potato scraps that are like morphed into a chip shape. Like, it's really weird the way they make Pringles. I feel gross kind of eating them. So, but pizza Pringles sort of transcend that for me. But sour cream and onion don't. Those are like C tier, borderline D tier. Like, Pringles are pretty worthless chips. It doesn't mean they are tasty or good. It's just nice to know I'm not getting fucked by the company making them. Oh, well, speaking of that, then let's go on to Lay's. So Lay's, we have 1, 2, 3 different Lay's flavors here. Yeah, these are kind of the big 3, huh? So we'll do a classic Lay's. This is the definition of getting fucked over by the company. You open a bag of classic Lay's and it is literally only half the bag full of chips. The other half is just air. It's crazy. I don't know how they get away with it. Like, there's like no chips in there, man. despite that, classic Lay's are still good. I don't know. I mean, classic potato chips can only be so good, and I feel like the Cape Cod ones are the best ones you can get. Classic Lay's, I'd say, are kind of B tier. Nothing really special about them, but they're still a solid chip. They go well with a lot of things you can dip them in, so those are still good. Sour cream and onion Lay's. That's really tough. Like, because I think for most people, like, sour cream and onion Lay's are like potentially the best chip out there. I've never personally been like that. They're really, really good. I've never really personally had them at like the top of the chips for me. So they're definitely, for me, they're A tier. That's just for me though. I totally respect people that put them like basically S tier, like the gods of all chips. Like, I certainly get it. I just never was one that picked them over every other chip. I always thought like they were slightly overrated, you know, but they were still really good. I have memories of eating those sour cream and onion chips and being like, I don't even want to finish the bag. So I don't know. It's kind of like when I'm in the mood for it sort of thing, but they're still really good. One that is in gods of the chip realm for me, I'll put my first, I guess, S tier chip here. Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips, dude. I could eat bags upon bags of these, and that's why I only buy one bag of these like a month, and it's just a small bag of them because I will go nuts on these things. Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips are so good. The flavoring's always spot on. It's a nice, like, weedy chip as well, so like it's actually filling. It's just, yeah, there's just something about Harvest Cheddar that is so goddamn good, dude. Those chips are great. That's my favorite chip. You know, spoilers. Those chips are absolutely god tier. Love those things. French onion sun chips. I actually haven't had these in a long time. I do kind of remember the flavor though. I remember these being like B tier because it's still a sun chip, which is good. I just remember not totally enjoying the French onion flavor, so I feel like this is probably B tier for me. I wish I had some on me so I could actually try them, because I wonder if that would actually change now. Going off of memory for that one's kind of tough, but I feel like there's no sun chip that could be worse than B. Like, all the sun chips are good. Well, one for sure that goes in F tier, veggie straws. I don't know who the hell eats veggie straws besides like preschoolers. Like, eat like one or two of them and you're like, okay, that was a veggie straw experience. Like, I had veggie straws, but like, they're not good. They're just all like gross, man. Like, I had these a couple times in my life, and every time I'm like, yeah, these are for little children, babies. So no, I don't like veggie straws. That's easy F tier. Yeah, they're great for toddlers, and that's about it. Take all the checks? We could do checks next. Let me finish Lay's here. I forgot to finish Lay's. Don't you dare insult veggie straws? Dude, they're not that good. If you grew up with them, you might like them, but like, these are just not good. Like, it's not like I would have to spit them out, but like, there's nothing going on there, man. So barbecue Lay's, also a very good chip. But again, for me, they are in that A tier for me. I could never, with both of these chips, I had a lot of these growing up. I couldn't eat a lot of them. I don't know what it was, but they're both like really good chips that if you give me, like, if I go to a party and they have these chips, I'm going to have some of them for sure, because I do like them, but I can't like chow down on them like I can with sun chips, okay? If I can chow on them like all day, that goes up top. Traditional Chex Mix is so... it's very circumstantial. Like, it's one of those like once a year things that I enjoy eating a handful of. And if I only enjoy eating a handful of it, that's probably like a D tier thing. Like, because it's like, I don't hate it, but I don't really like it outside of like 2 very specific times of the year. Like, You eat this during the Super Bowl, and you eat it on Thanksgiving, and that's about it. Like, this is the snack food you have before Thanksgiving food, which is also super bland, so there you go. It's the sparkling water of chips. Kinda, yeah. It's the LaCroix of chips. I like Chex themselves, but the Chex mix is, I don't really like it. Bold I haven't had. I can't rank that one, so that's an easy, just never had. I've never had pork skins. Can't rank those. What is this? Oh, this is okay. I've had this. This is also D tier. The like with like the bread. Actually, this is kind of F tier, to be honest with you. I never really like this when I have it. If I ever put it on my plate at a party, I don't even finish eating it. It's not good. There's like no flavor in this. It's just like cracker. So I can't put that above anything else. That's bad. Let's do the Cheetos. There's lots of Cheetos on here, so let's get the Cheetos out of the way. These ones are hard for me to rank because I've really been back and forth on Cheetos over my lifetime. Right now in my life, I'm in a spot where I do like Cheetos. I would say original crunchy Cheetos are A. Those are good. Flaming Hot are also A. They're both very good. If I want something spicy, I will have Flaming Hot Cheetos. Well, at least I used to before they fucked me up pretty hard. Because they kind of hurt later on, you know what I'm saying? But normal Cheetos, I think, are still good. I think those are still a great chippy snack that I would have alongside with any of these other A tier things. So I'm a very cheese kind of guy. So these ones, I think I have had these Kettle brand potato chips. Because these ones I remember being pretty good. These ones I would put B tier. I remember liking these ones. Not like crazy. Like sea salt and vinegar is still never like my go-to, but I don't mind it. Like if you have them out, if those are your chips, I'll definitely eat some of those. I feel like the more you eat sea salt and vinegar chips, you kind of get used to them and you actually can start to like them. Like the first bite's always kind of Cheeto Puffs. Cheeto Puffs is a really hard one for me. I ate a lot of Cheeto Puffs for a while there. I ate a lot of Cheeto Puffs growing up. Cheeto Puffs are A tier. Yeah, all three of these Cheetos are A tier. They're all really good. Like, I don't mind them. I will snack on them. I will eat a pretty good amount of them. They're just never my first choice. Like, I feel like when you're in the chip aisle, you have go-to chips. Those chips are, for you, the gods of the chip realm. Cheetos are not my go-to chip, but I will pick them over a lot of other chips. Okay, is that all the Cheetos? No, what is this? I have never had these. I can't rank these. I don't even know what those are. Oh, yeah, the ranch-dipped hot wings ones. I had something like that before. Gosh, I don't remember what these taste like, though. I can't rank those. Oops.
Okay. So here's the thing here. We still got all these goddamn chips on our screen. And I gotta rank all the rest of these. Now, here's the thing, okay? I haven't had these Tostitos. Those go in never had. But what I have had a lot of are these chili cheese Fritos. These chili cheese Fritos, if you put... Listen here just for a second, okay? If you put chili cheese Fritos in cheesy chili, that shit is bomb. You can put normal Fritos in there. It'll still taste like a champ. But chili cheese Fritos, it's like artificial chili and cheese with actual chili and cheese that's probably still artificial because it's in a can. This shit's still great. Now, do I put it in A tier? Does the world champ put it in A tier? I don't know if they're quite A tier.
Yeah, so chili cheese Fritos, like, I still, like, don't, oh gosh, I used to love these things. If there was, like, a B+ tier, chili cheese Fritos would be in that for me. But based on how I've ranked things so far, these would be somewhere in B tier. Doritos taco flavor, I have definitely had these. I don't remember, do I remember what those taste like? I'm gonna put them in never had just because I can't rank them. I don't remember what they taste like, but I've definitely had those. So Takis have been I guess the newest craze, the newest chip craze. I have tried a few Takis. I don't like Takis. I don't like them, man. Like I gave them multiple chances. I don't understand why they're so popular. Because I feel like if you want Takis, just get like Flamin' Hot Cheetos or something. Like Takis, I don't like them. I really don't like them. I don't hate them. Like they're not like D tier for me. Like I just feel like they're a worse Flaming Hot Cheeto. Like, am I crazy for saying that? Like, I don't know. I'm not a huge Takis guy. I feel like Doritos are the most like controversial for people, so I'm kind of holding off on those. Let's do baked Lay's. So I believe this is baked barbecue and baked normal. I like some baked chips. I don't remember liking the Lay's ones though. Are they as bad as traditional Chex Mix? I don't know. I don't know if they're as bad as traditional Chex Mix. These are, I don't know. I don't really remember liking these that much. I've definitely had them. I'm gonna say they're kind of in that tier. Actually, you know what? Oh, that's really tough. All right, I'm moving Chex Mix down. Chex Mix is F tier for me, man. I would never pick Chex Mix over like anything else. Like these three, I don't anticipate ever putting them above anything else. Like they're all edible, but I at least have to put them in like the middle, like the top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it doesn't really matter, but this needs to be the lowest. This shit sucks. But yeah, Chex Mix is down there. Chex Mix isn't that good. Jalapeno kettle cooked. I've definitely had these. It's been a while, but I've had these. These were pretty good. These were definitely like B tier. I like spicy chips that aren't like too spicy. And I feel like the Lay's kettle cooked jalapenos were definitely like that for me. Not too spicy, but enough spicy to still enjoy them. And kettle cooked Lay's are usually pretty good. So those are B tier for sure. These are just like original Tostitos. Again, like a plain chip that's meant to dip in other stuff by itself isn't really that good. So these are, these are D. Like, they're not really anything special. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to put Bugles now that I'm looking at this. Bugles are going to move down to D there. Like, original Tostitos, there's not much to them. If you add just like a little bit though, like I've had like lime Tostitos, all of a sudden they're like much better. You just need to give them a little bit more flavor than just chip, you know? But again, these are meant for dipping, so whatever. Okay, so we have Triscuits on here. I don't really consider Triscuits a chip. But because it's on here, I might as well rank it somewhere. No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm not going to rank Triscuits. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not fair because for me, Triscuits are one of my favorite snacks of all time. Like Triscuits would be like S tier snack for me, but it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. These are crackers. They're not chips. They're crackers. I can't rank Triscuits. I'm just going to leave them down there. Sorry, Triscuits. You get to just stay at the bottom here. We're not ranking you. So rolled gold, tiny pretzels. I'm just going to say it. These are D tier as well. Some people absolutely love crunchy pretzels. Rolled gold pretzels are their absolute favorite. I don't like crunchy pretzels. Soft pretzels, all day. We'll do the sour cream ones first. Sour cream ruffles are fine. Those are B tier. Taste good. Like a lot of sour cream chips. They're just solid. You have a couple of them. They're good. It's good flavor. Nothing too special there, but yeah, sour cream ruffles are fine. Cheddar and sour cream ruffles are really good. Okay, so those are A tier too. Cheddar and sour cream ruffles are very, very good. I've always had a hard time eating more than like, again, with every A tier chip here, aside from like the ones at the very front, all the rest of these, having more than like a handful or two of them. I just never could really do it. Like, I can't munch on those cheddar and sour cream Ruffles like I can on some other chips. And I think I think Ruffles chips in general are just kind of like heavy. They taste great, but they're just like, you feel fat when you eat them, you know? Like, I don't know. I can't quite put them at the very top, just for me. Again, I can understand why these would be like god tier for some people though, because I do really like the flavor of those. Smart Food white cheddar popcorn. As much as I hate the feeling of popcorn in my teeth, this popcorn transcends that for me. I could eat that popcorn. I could eat a whole bag of that popcorn right now. That popcorn's so goddamn good, dude. Like, again, white cheddar snacks I'm a huge fan of, and that popcorn is like one of the best white cheddar snacks out there, if not the best. I'm not even a popcorn fan. Like, popcorn drives me crazy because it always gets stuck in my teeth, but that Smart Food popcorn is worth it. Okay, so we're down to the Doritos, the ultimate gamer food. Okay. The ultimate gamer of gamer food, Doritos, because we're not ranking Triscuits. Okay, let me think for a second. What is this green one? Salsa Verde. Oh, I have had those. Ooh, it's been a long time since I've had those, actually. Salsa Verde, I haven't had in a long time. I don't remember it being anything special, though. I would probably put that... I think those are kind of like C tier. I don't remember really liking those that much, but they're also... Like, I don't remember them being horrible. I don't know. I mean, look, man. I'm kind of a basic bitch. Like, nacho cheese Doritos are god tier for me. Like, I can chow down on these things all day too. Nacho cheese Doritos are great. It's such a... There's a reason they were like the gamer chip for so long. Like, they're just they're a great chip all around. You can dip them in pretty much anything and they're still good. Nacho cheese Doritos are great. I love those things. All right, let's tackle the purple bag here. Let's tackle the purple bag. So, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I personally feel like the purple bag is the most controversial chip out there, because I've seen some other like chip sort of ranking things before, okay? And there are so many split decisions with these freaking purple Doritos, man. I had a lot of these growing up. And I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't like them. Look, that flavor profile was something that a lot of people liked. It ceased to be. Look, man, this is like my own personal opinion with these. I didn't get it. I don't like them. I don't hate them. Like, they're not D tier. Like, I'll still eat them, but God, I don't like them. And I'm sorry. I wish I did like them so I could be a part of the purple Dorito chip craze like everyone else, but I don't like them. All right, so then last but not least, Cool Ranch Doritos. Cool Ranch Doritos have a great flavor. Cool Ranch Doritos are great. I like them a lot. I can eat a lot of them. I think those... Oh, gosh. Oh, this is why I didn't want to rank this one. Because I can never decide with Cool Ranch. Oh, those are S tier. They're S tier. Fine, they're S tier. That's it. Okay. Cool Ranch Doritos. I don't like them as much as nacho cheese Doritos, but they're still a really goddamn good chip, man. Because I can eat a lot of those. And in fact, this is actually how... It's kind of funny. This top tier is actually how I would rank these four as well. Like, out of the four gods of these chips, this is how I would rank those. Yeah, and that's how I feel. That's our chip tier list. I don't think I would move any of these around. I think this is pretty accurate. These are, I mean, again, they're not ranked like left to right. It's just whatever category they're in, like that's where they live. Because this is definitely not, Funyuns would not be the top of B tier, but yeah, that's fine.
They're still pretty good though. See, if I had some of these, hey, check out the.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm just imagining Hercule thanking people for subs on Twitch, dude. I can't. Like, what would Hercule say? He'd be like, he'd be like,
thanks for supporting the strongest man in the world.
Like every title of his stream would be fucking I defeated Cell. Like every single one. Oh gosh. Oh man, I appreciate that, Ian. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for being a devoted follower of the most powerful man in the world.
Oh goodness. Oh gosh. God, can you imagine if Dragon Ball characters stream? That'd be so funny, dude. Oh, Android 18 would literally be averaging 20k viewers a day. No bullshit.